Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Iron Nest. Today's beverage is a fairly spicy strawberry soda. Spicy because it's also got some Scotch bonnet chili in it as well, apparently. A quite interesting beverage indeed. So welcome back to the game where previously we were in the Rock of Gibraltar and we were doing some anti-shipping. One of them was moored up, it was harboured, and the other one was not, the latter being the Lusitania, which we missed on the first shot and then sort of winged it for the second and got a direct hit and sunk it. Medals have been awarded and overall progress is good. We now have Dead Reckoning. It says, Cadiz's garrison, Cadiz's garrison has gone to ground, invisible to reconnaissance and unwilling to show itself. Allied troops cannot advance until it has been dealt with. Let's go ahead and start this and see what we have to do here. Now, the game is increasingly giving us less information, at least from the very beginning, where we have to find things. There have been areas where we just can't use aerial reconnaissance and things like that, so we'll see how we get on here. It looks like that was... I was going to say that's sealed up, but it's not. It is opening up, and... we have a new piece of music. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Anything else? Any letters or anything? I don't think so. We can see High Command is telling us some information. We'll check that in a moment. The thing is, music is the priority at this stage, and let's go ahead and turn her on. Is it going to be like a lot of these and just, like... huh. Yep, very Imperial once again. No other letters and everything's working well there. Alright, we'll knock that off for now. I don't know how many records there are to collect, but it's good to have that collection. There we go, we'll put that in here. Okay, so it says, High Command to Iron Nest. The garrison within Cadiz is visible to aerial reconnaissance. They have gone to ground, dug into the old city's cellars and stonework. Ordnance tier shells will force them into the open, permitting detection by aerial reconnaissance. Once positions are visually confirmed, destroy them in detail. Note, invisibility reconnaissance does not confer immunity to artillery fire. That feels like that should be on a poster. Okay, signal the advance. Once all three primary targets are destroyed, sound your war horn to commence the advance. Caution, signaling before the objective... signaling before all three positions are destroyed will order our troops to advance into contested ground. I wonder if there's a story thing where we actually do that. Like, I wonder if the story changes dramatically if we just send our troops into that. Iron Nest is at R768 with 3 observational assets. And then we've also got some information here. Okay, I will go ahead and, as per usual, mark the Iron Nest and observational assets 1, 2, and then 3. So, the Iron Nest is at R. Okay, we are shooting from the back by the look of it. So it's R7, and it is 6, 8. Let's just double check that as per usual. So it's R7 with grid reference of 6, 8, 6, 8. That is now correct. Observational assets are at P6, 1, 3. So just mark that up. So it's P6, 1, 3. There we go. We've also got... where have we got? Observational asset number 2 at Q5. And is it 5, 1? Q5, 5, 1. And then finally... oh! 8. 9, 7. There we go. So it's 08, 9, 7. Okay, we can get rid of all that. Excellent. Over to the other typewriter. Initial. Words are hard today. I can't imagine the calculation's going to go well. So, initial field intelligence. All 3 positions confirmed dug into structures. No photo identification will be available until tier shells force them into the open. So, enemy signal station is reported active in grid G5. Okay, and then we've also got enemy assembly area from spotter 2, 3, and 1, and field command. Okay, so enemy signal station reported active in grid G5. Right, let's just get some of these here. So, target 1, 2, and 3. So, it's apparently in G5. So let's just go with G55, right? It says it's active in G5, so, and it's also in buildings. So this is like an industrial area, all of these here, and this is, well, housing by the look of it. That looks to be sort of the dock and port area. That's housing. So that's marked up. Enemy assembly area. From spotter 2, they are 12.07 kilometers. So spotter 2 they are 12.07 kilometers. From spotter 3, they are 243. 243 from spotter 3. 12.07 kilometers from spotter 2. And from spotter 1 is west southwest. So southwest would be that way. West southwest is here. So yeah, I reckon that is where we need to aim for. Okay, let's remove those. And then finally, enemy field command is from spotter 2. So we take the compass here. And it is 10.13. 10.13 kilometers from spotter 2. Yes. That's correct, I think. And the both west, southwest. West, southwest from spotter 1 and 3. Okay, interesting. So from spotter 1, west. It's not southwest. It's west southwest, which could be that one. And 3. Yeah, I reckon it's just going to be like around here. That's as best as I'm going to manage, I think. Okay. So it said tier shells. So we do have... I'm going to get some star shells, probably. There's the tier shells. There's the choking shell. Suppress units reveals any hidden ones. So I want at least 1, 2, and 3. Let me just double check my load for powder charges. Only 62, so we need some more powder charges as well. So we've got powder charges. That'll take us up to 82, was it? 82 indeed. And we'll take out the scout plane as well, because that'll only work once they've been hit. So let's go ahead and do some calculations for some of these. So we'll go with 1. We'll go with 2. And then finally, I'll zoom in, make sure we're precise as we can be. Spotter 3. Alright, let's go ahead and get those calculated. So, I can select the type of shell, but you don't need that really. Right, so, distance for the first one. You see I've went up in distance for this, rather than bearing. So it's 11.34. So it's 11.34 with a bearing to target of 258 258.3. I don't need to use a huge amount of powder charges. That should probably do. The next one, while we've got the computator computing, is a 12 on the nose at 246.7. Like that. And then finally, its distance of 13.77. With a bearing of 251.5. All 3 powder charges. Okay. Let's go ahead. We'll load in the tier shell. Our guns 1 and 2. Because, well, there isn't a 3 or 4 anymore. 3 powder charges for each, as is computated by the computer. You can fire more, however, obviously it does change the... the trajectory as well as the speed. Bearing is... is it best if I just spin this way? I think so. Let's whiz that around. See, we're locking up. Whizzing around. You don't want to get a finger caught on that. Or any appendage, truth be told. I'll link the guns for now, just to bring it up to the roughly 40 odd that we need. And we'll get this to where we need to go. It's pretty impressive when it's all whizzing around and everything. So we'll slow that down a bit. So the first one is a 45 degrees at 258. 58.3. 258.3. Unlink the gun with an elevation of 45. 36. The other gun, by the way, will be at 48. Absolutely spot on 48. And this is only the calculations that I've got from High Command, from the field reports, and what we've worked out here. If any one of them is inaccurate, highly probable, with it being me, there could be issues. Fire mission is confirmed on the primary target. It is the shell type of the tier. Bearing is confirmed at 258.3 as shown on the first card. Gun elevation is 45.36 degrees. Gun is armed and it is away. The second shell will be at a... Let's see, it's going to be whizzing this way. It's at 48 degrees with an angle of 246.7. And there's that away as well. So, first shot. Being hit. There they are. So I can go back and shoot that if I want. It doesn't say they're going to move or go back underground, does it? Interestingly. So I can get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of all of them, actually. Aha! Okay, get rid of that. I'll get rid of these markers as well. So we've got a target there. And this one's armoured. Okay. So, I'm just going to go with... what shall we go with? I think we're going to go with an AP shell in the right magazine. And in the left magazine, we'll go with a HE. So, let me do some recalculations. So, it is from here. And we are targeting there because that one is armoured. And the reason I'm doing this is because it is... Oh. Is that right? Yes, because this one here is the last. Yeah, that's the last one. That's why the computer's set to what it was. So we're actually working down. So it's 11.90. 11.90 with a bearing of 248.9. So we'll calculate that. And the iron nest is starting to leak a little bit. So HE shell. Sorry. AP shell. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Get that loaded in. I will also put the HE shell in for this, and I'll have to calculate that. But I know it's going to be 3 charges, so I don't need to worry about that yet. 1, 2, 3. There's the powder charges going in. A nice clunk. And then we're going for 40... 248.9. 248.9. Well, elevation of about that, actually. So while that's being calculated, I'm just going to... Oh, while that's being... Oh, hang on. A little mark there by accident. While that's being worked out, I'm just going to target this thing. There we go. Just remove that one for now. So this one was 47.60. So that should be right. The next one, we will have to calculate. I'm just going to say that is... Do I say that's done? That's, yes. That's a bit generous of me to say that I've got that correct. That should be the next HE shell, though. Direct hit. That's taken out. So I can say that that is done. Don't need that anymore. That's all loaded up. So it's 45.84 with an elevation. That's the elevation, sorry. With a angle, come on, spinny round, of 258.4. I'm gonna say that's good as well. Okay, we need another shell. It's gonna be the tier shell. And I'm gonna put in a... Oh, I don't know what's actually gonna be in this next one. So it says this one here, number 2, is the assembly area. Ah, right. If it's an assembly area, then I'm going to put in high capacity explosives, smoke, incendiary, I think. I think I'm going to go with incendiary. Let me just double check. Can confirm that that target is destroyed. Okay, I'm going to put these markers back. Just double check the field reports. Field command is destroyed, plus 100 requisition. That was the armoured one. Signal station destroyed, 50 requisition. So, we need to load the tier shell. And we're going to put in the incendiary. We know it is going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Get that in. And this is what we calculated from this card quite a while ago now. So the angle is a lot higher this time. It's gone up by about 10 degrees. The elevation. The angle of bearing 251.5. Oh, there it is. I will link these up to get it to about there. But obviously I don't know. That's going to be in a... That was going to be a... What was it? The assembly station? Yeah. So I need to fire the tier shell first to get them out of the bunker, and then I need to check the reconnaissance, and then probably do maybe a little bit of recalculation. Actually, it depends on how big the incendiary is. Not 2.5. That'll be firing what, underground? 55.08. 55.08. Just double check this because we're in no time constraints here. Fire mission is confirmed. Shell type is tier on left gun. Bearing is confirmed at 251.5 with an elevation of 55.08 degrees. Gun is armed and firing. And the same is true for the second. We are ready to fire, but it depends on what we find. One thing that would be nice to get is reports as to the direction of the wind, because that's and things like that, because then you know where the incendiary is going to go. So incendiary, if I bring this over, is it's not on there. I should have just went high capacity HE and just blown the whole island up. And it's there. So that's interesting. That is armored. So I'm gonna have to. I mean, I don't know if you can use. Could I just use the incendiary? I don't know. Can you use the incendiary on armored targets? Well, I'm gonna find out, aren't I? If not, this AP shell is ready to go. Because I think incendiary should work on armoured. It's just turned into a frying pan. Let's see. All the other calculations were correct, by as far as I can tell, which makes sense because that was a distance and a direction. Here we go, incendiary. Yep, looks like we're needing the AP after all. So it's hit. Fire is spreading. I'm just worried about what's coming back towards us. Right. So I don't need that anymore. So, first target is destroyed on this island. Second one here. That was the primary, actually. That was the field command, I think. Signal station, assembly area, and field command. It's on the go. It's heading. It's looking good. Directed. Priority target, enemy assembly area destroyed, plus 75 requisition. So I've fired more shells than I had anticipated, but it's only by one. Right. Once all three primary targets are destroyed, sound your war horn to commence the advance. Signal received, advancing into the city. High command to INS. The garrison of Cadiz has been crippled. Primary objective complete. You may stand down. 10 enemies remain hidden throughout Cadiz. Continued engagement is authorized at your discretion. Forward reserves may also be requisitioned to assist in locating them. Glory to Castile. So, we've taken out 1, 2, 3. However, there will almost certainly be enemy targets around here, and around here. But primary mission is done. I don't think I need to. Certainly don't need any more requisition. I think that is probably fine to leave it there. Say hello to Generic Cat. Hello there. How are you doing? Very good day. What are you up to? We know you don't like showers. We've seen that. What about beverages? Should we have a cup, shall we? We put in the coffee cup. We put in the coffee can. We have to then try and manage these dials by activating the levers. You have to keep things in the green as much as possible. So close it up a little bit. Back a bit. So I'm just watching this one on the right. Back a bit. Back a bit. No. No, no, no. Back a bit. There we go. It's in the green. That's gone too far. Dial it back. This is why baristas are in high demand. So we're trying to keep it in the green. Ah! The cat's in front of us! It can't wait for the beverage. No! No! I'm playing a generic cat on this one. Let's see. What was it like? Did it say? Coffee note. Grade perfect. Quality 90%. Pressure 89.56%. Temperature 89.50. Timing 93.64. Grade is perfect. We can make good beverages. I'm glad to hear that. Can you actually use this? No. No way to flush it either. Anyway, let us call it there for this operation. So, Cadiz returns to the crown. Its return to the crown after its garrison, having gone to ground rather than face repercussions of their actions, was located and destroyed before nightfall. The garrison overseeing, or the general overseeing the operation, called it the cleanest work this army has done all year. With foreign support for the anti-monarchists now visibly thinning, officials describe morale within the crown's ranks as the highest it has been since the war. France has ceased all support for the anti-monarchists, a decision Herald attributed to not to cowardice, exhaustion, or the small matter of hostile fleet at its doorstep, but to the long overdue attack of conscience. Anti-monarchists, for their part, have reportedly continued renting letters for Paris. Paris, for its part, has reportedly stopped opening them. Family portraits are available. Capture your family today before circumstances change. Grand Fleet takes up war stations. The first Sea Lord has ordered the Grand Fleet to war stations along the Channel. A command Parliament has neither approved nor this printing managed to reverse. Work through the whistling. Fact job was not faulted due to minor atmospheric screeching. Production wins wars. There we go. Alright. Let's end the operation there. Accuracy is 87.5%. Shots fired 8. Total kills 3. Allied kills 0. Enemy killed 0. Requisition spent 71. Strange. Probably could have not done with the extra bags. Let me just toggle this myself. So that shot there, let's go through it. These first few were ranging ones to get them out, and then there was the shots to take out the targets. The next one was to discover the target. Then I fired a fire shell to see if it would work. It did not. Then we fired the AP. We've also got a white phosphorus shell. Units in the cloud die if suppressed. Chances ignite fires. Measured fire star, conducted fire operations with minimal allied casualties, and austere service medal, complete the mission requisition only the minimum assets. There's also unbroken volley, consecutive kills across successive value missions, and limited all enemy targets, which we decided not to do because it was basically complete. Okay, that was Dead Reckoning. We now have another mission called Fire on Call, which we will do in the next episode. Yeah, we are progressing on nicely. I don't know how many missions are actually in the game. It feels like it could go all the way around here, which is surprising if that is actually the case. We've still got the counter battery skirmish, which I'm probably not going to attempt now. I think we're just working on the main missions. Did attempt the chill one here, but we're going to work through the main missions, and then, we'll see how we go from there. Either way, let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you have enjoyed it, and as always, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.